Welcome to another video from Jornada da Cura. I am Dr. Ana, a physician graduated from USP, University of Sao Paulo, a specialist in nutrology from the Federal University of Sao Paulo, with over 25 years of experience in men's health, and a researcher in the Department of Andrology. What would you think if I told you that the secret to recovering your masculine vitality could be in just 7 drops of a special mixture? That applying this combination under your tongue for 60 seconds before sleeping could completely transform your next morning? I know it seems too simple to be true, but today I will share with you a discovery that is transforming the intimate lives of hundreds of Brazilian men over 60. A method so effective that many of my patients describe it as miraculous, even after trying everything else. Before continuing, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos on natural men's health. If this video is useful to you, leave your like and share it with those who might need this information. Let's talk about a reality that affects millions of Brazilian men, but few feel comfortable discussing openly. With advancing age, especially after 60, many men begin to notice concerning changes in their masculine function. That morning firmness that was common in youth becomes increasingly rare. The ability to maintain good circulation in the intimate area decreases, and with it comes frustration, insecurity, and even relationship problems. You may be asking yourself, why is this happening to me? The answer lies in the biology of aging. After 60, the male body naturally produces less testosterone. Additionally, nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for the vasodilation necessary for good masculine function, also decreases significantly. Blood circulation is reduced, and the vessels that carry blood to the intimate area lose their elasticity. Conventional medicine offers pharmacological solutions that may work temporarily, but often come with unwanted side effects, such as headaches, vision problems, nasal congestion, and, in some cases, more serious cardiovascular complications. Not to mention the price. Many of my patients report spending around $300 per month on these medications. Moreover, these pills create a psychological dependence that can undermine a man's confidence in his natural ability. You end up depending on a pill to have a satisfying intimate life, which deeply affects your self-esteem and spontaneity. My patient Carlos, a 68-year-old retired university professor from Sao Paulo, told me, "Doctor, I tried those blue pills for almost a year. They worked, yes, but I felt like it wasn't me in control anymore, but the medicine, and the side effects were getting worse. I had terrible headaches and my blood pressure skyrocketed. I wanted to rediscover my naturalness, my spontaneity without all these problems." Carlos is not alone. Thousands of Brazilian men face this dilemma daily, choosing between a satisfying intimate life with side effects or accepting the decline of masculine function as an inevitable part of aging. But what if I told you there is a third option? A natural alternative without side effects that acts at the root of the problem instead of just masking the symptoms? It was in search of alternatives for patients like Carlos that I rediscovered an ancient secret kept for generations in traditional Amazonian communities: the powerful combination of black sesame oil and Brazil nut oil. The medicinal properties of these oils were known by shamans and healers, who treated elderly men with vitality problems. The knowledge was passed down orally, from generation to generation, and almost got lost with modernization. Fortunately, researchers at the Federal University of Para began studying these oils and discovered something extraordinary. But before explaining exactly how to use these 2 oils, it is important to understand why this specific combination is so effective for men's intimate health. Black sesame oil is not the common sesame oil you find in supermarkets. It comes from a particular variety of black sesame seeds, originally cultivated in the East but brought to Brazil by Portuguese colonizers in the 17th century. Indigenous peoples in the Amazon region noticed that men who regularly consumed this oil maintained extraordinary sexual vitality even after 70. What makes black sesame oil so special is its unique biochemical profile. It contains sesamin and sesamelin, 2 lignans with potent antioxidant properties that protect nitric oxide from oxidation. Nitric oxide, as you know, is the key molecule for vasodilation, necessary for complete masculine function. It is rich in bioavailable zinc, an essential mineral for testosterone production in older men. It contains arginine, an amino acid precursor to nitric oxide in its most easily assimilated form. It has essential fatty acids in an optimal ratio, omega-3, 6, and 9, which improve the fluidity of cell membranes, including those of blood vessels. Brazil nut oil, on the other hand, is a rare treasure from our Amazon forest, called Brazilian liquid gold for its value and rarity. It has unique characteristics that make it a powerful ally for men's intimate health. It is extremely rich in selenium, a mineral crucial for testosterone production and prostate health, in a concentration up to 100 times higher than other foods. It is full of vitamin E, tocopherols, in a concentration up to 3 times higher than olive oil. This vitamin is fundamental for the health of endothelial cells that line the blood vessels. It contains plant sterols that have been shown to improve blood flow and reduce inflammation, especially in the prostate area. It has a high content of ferulic acid, a compound that increases nitric oxide production in endothelial cells. It is rich in coenzyme Q10, a potent cellular energizer that improves mitochondrial function, essential for overall vitality and male performance. But the true secret lies in the synergy between these two oils. When combined in the exact proportion of 3 drops of black sesame oil to 4 drops of Brazil nut oil, the bioactive compounds of one enhance the effects of the other, creating a result far superior to the sum of the individual parts. A preliminary study conducted at the Federal University of Para showed that this specific combination can increase circulating nitric oxide levels by 63% and improve vascular response to stimuli by 71% in men aged 65 to 75 after just 2 weeks of regular use. Mr. Antonio, a 71-year-old retired businessman from Belo Horizonte, was one of the first to test this protocol. Dr. Anna, I had lost hope. I spent a fortune on treatments and nothing worked for long. My wife and I were drifting apart, and it was affecting our relationship in every way. After 10 days using this oil mixture, my wife noticed an impressive difference. It's not just performance that improved, but my overall disposition, my energy. It's like I've rejuvenated 15 years. Our intimacy returned better than before. Mr. Antonio's case is not unique. Mr. Roberto, a 65-year-old lawyer from Rio de Janeiro, shared,
I was skeptical when Dr. Anna told me about this simple protocol. I had tried so many things, but I decided to give it a chance. It was the best decision I've made in years. After 12 days, my wife asked me what I was doing differently. Our intimate life has completely rejuvenated. It's like we've gone back to the first years of marriage.
But let's get to the most important point. How to use these two oils to get the maximum benefits. Here is the precise protocol I developed, which has given extraordinary results in my patients. First, you will need to obtain the right ingredients. Black sesame oil, virgin, cold-pressed, 30 milliliters. Brazil nut oil, virgin, cold-pressed, 30 milliliters. A small ceramic or porcelain spoon, avoid metal. A glass of warm filtered water. A pinch of cinnamon powder, optional but recommended. It is essential that the oils are first cold-pressed and unrefined to preserve all bioactive compounds. Black sesame oil should have a dark, intense color and a characteristic aroma, while authentic Brazil nut oil has a golden color and a slight nutty fragrance. You can find these oils in natural product stores, compounding pharmacies, or specialized online stores. The initial investment is approximately $180 for both bottles, which will last about 2 months following the protocol. Compare this to the monthly cost of conventional medications, which can easily exceed $300 to $400 per month, and you'll see that the investment is well worth it. Now, let's go through the protocol step by step. Every night, 30 minutes before going to bed, prepare the mixture, 3 drops of black sesame oil and 4 drops of Brazil nut oil. It is important to respect these exact proportions, 3 to 4 ratio, to obtain the optimal synergy between the compounds. Gently mix the drops in a ceramic or porcelain spoon. Avoid metals like aluminum, which can interact with the compounds. Place the mixture under your tongue and keep it there for 60 full seconds. This sublingual administration method allows the active principles to enter the bloodstream directly, bypassing the digestive system and increasing bioavailability. After 60 seconds, swallow slowly and drink a small sip of warm, not hot, water with a pinch of cinnamon powder. Cinnamon increases peripheral circulation and enhances the effects of the mixture. Repeat this ritual every night without interruption for at least 14 consecutive days. Consistency is fundamental to allow the bioactive compounds to accumulate in the system and produce lasting changes. Why does this specific protocol work so well? Sublingual administration ensures absorption up to 5 times more efficient than direct ingestion. The 30 minutes before bedtime is the ideal time because the body is preparing for the sleep phases during which tissue regeneration and hormone production naturally occur. The precise 3 to 4 ratio was determined through numerous clinical tests as the one that offers maximum synergy between the bioactive compounds. My patient Jose, a 72-year-old retired metal worker from Porto Alegre, followed this protocol for 2 weeks. His testimony was enlightening. Doctor, after just 3 days, I started noticing morning erections I hadn't had in years. After a week, my wife noticed a remarkable change in my energy and the quality of our intimacy. I feel reborn, and all this without any side effects, only benefits. Another patient, Pedro, a 67-year-old former truck driver from Salvador, was initially skeptical. Doctor, I've already spent thousands on medicines and treatments. How can a few drops of oil make a difference? After following the protocol for 14 days, he returned to my office visibly emotional. It's incredible. Not only has my masculine function improved beyond any expectation, but I feel more energetic, more positive. Even my sleep has improved. And the most extraordinary thing is that everything feels so natural. The results generally follow this timeline. Days 1 and 2, many men notice an improvement in sleep quality and a more rested awakening. This is due to the adaptogenic properties of black sesame oil, which help balance the nervous system. Days 3 through 5, the first more frequent and intense morning erections begin to appear. This is an important sign that circulation in the intimate area is improving and that nitric oxide is working more effectively. Days 7 through 10, most men report a significant improvement in performance quality, not only in the morning but also during intimate activity. Desire increases noticeably and sensitivity improves. Days 14 plus, the effects stabilize and become more lasting. At this point, many men notice not only an improvement in masculine function, but also greater stamina, better control, and a more intense experience. Mr. Joaquim, a 74-year-old farmer from Goiânia, was particularly skeptical when I presented this protocol to him. Dr. Anna, with all due respect, but this sounds like quackery. How can something so simple solve such a serious problem? I invited him to try it for 14 days, without expectations. When he returned, his expression had completely changed. You know, doctor, I've been married for 45 years. In the last 5, my wife and I barely touched because of my problem. After using these drops, we had a night like we hadn't in over a decade. My Maria even joked that she thinks I've been replaced by another man. Mr. Joaquim's case illustrates an important point. This protocol not only improves physical function, but also restores confidence and emotional connection in relationships. For many couples, this represents a second chance at intimacy. It is important to emphasize that this combination of oils does not act like a drug that artificially forces the body. On the contrary, it works by nourishing and supporting the body's natural systems, allowing them to function as they should. It's like giving your body the tools it has always had, but which have become less effective with age. Mr. Francisco, a 69-year-old accountant from Salvador, summed it up well. With those blue pills, I felt like I was forcing my body to do something against its will. With this oil mixture, it's as if my body is remembering how to function naturally. The difference is huge. However, there are some important precautions to consider. For men with allergies to sesame seeds or Brazil nuts, these oils are obviously contraindicated. In these cases, golden flaxseed oil can be substituted, although it is not identical. Men taking anticoagulant medications should consult their doctor before using this protocol, as both oils have mild anticoagulant properties that could potentially interact with these medications. If you suffer from low blood pressure, start with smaller doses, 2 drops of each oil, and monitor your body's response. Both oils have vasodilatory effects that could lower blood pressure further. Diabetics should monitor their glucose levels, as some patients report slightly increased insulin sensitivity as a positive side effect. It is possible to further enhance the effects of this protocol with some additional practices. A brief deep breathing exercise, 3 minutes, after taking the oil mixture can improve oxygenation and circulation, enhancing the effect of the bioactive compounds. Avoid heavy foods, alcohol, and electronic screens, TV, smartphone, computer, in the 2 hours before bedtime. These factors can interfere with sleep quality, and consequently, with nighttime regenerative processes. A 10-minute walk before bedtime can significantly increase the effectiveness of this protocol by stimulating overall circulation. Mr. Manuel, a 66-year-old retired teacher from Recife, incorporated these complementary practices and reported, Dr. Anna, I started with just the oils and was already impressed with the results. But when I added deep breathing and the nighttime walk, the effects doubled. Not only in bed, but my energy throughout the day is completely different. I even returned to teaching volunteer classes, something I had abandoned due to lack of energy. The combination of these two oils also offers additional positive benefits beyond masculine function. Improved overall cardiovascular health due to the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties of both oils. Reduced prostate inflammation, a common problem in men over 60 that can interfere with sexual function. Improved skin quality, with greater elasticity and hydration due to essential fatty acids and vitamin E. Increased overall energy levels and improved mood, thanks to optimized mitochondrial and hormonal functions. Mr. Benedito, a 70-year-old merchant from Curitiba, noticed these additional benefits. I started using the oils to improve my function down there, but I realized that my blood pressure also improved. My doctor even reduced my medication at the last appointment, and my skin, which was very dry, looks younger. My granddaughter even commented that Grandpa looks less old. But why isn't this combination more widely known and used in conventional medicine? There are several reasons. It cannot be patented as a drug, so large pharmaceutical companies have no interest in investing in expensive research on natural remedies that cannot be monopolized. It requires high-quality, pure ingredients that are more difficult to standardize compared to synthetic compounds. The tradition of natural medicine has been gradually marginalized with the advent of modern pharmacological medicine, and much ancient knowledge has been forgotten or relegated to grandma's remedies without scientific basis. But the truth is that modern science is beginning to rediscover and validate many of these ancient wisdoms. Recent studies on nutraceuticals and phytotherapy are demonstrating that many traditional remedies have solid biochemical and physiological foundations. The history of these two oils is fascinating and reflects the rich cultural traditions of Brazil. In the riverside communities of the Amazon, the garrafada da potencia, potency bottle, as the mixture of various medicinal oils was known, was a treasure guarded by local healers. Rubber tappers reported that indigenous elders who regularly used these oils maintained impressive sexual vitality, even at an advanced age. A report by the botanist Richard Spruce, who explored the Brazilian Amazon in the 19th century, mentions a golden oil extracted from a nut that the natives used to restore vigor, even in the oldest men. This is probably one of the first Western records of the medicinal use of Brazil nut oil. My patient Sebastião, a 68-year-old merchant from Santos, had doubts about the quality of the oils. How do I know I'm buying the right product, doctor? This is an important question. The oil should be virgin and cold-pressed to preserve all bioactive compounds, organic to avoid pesticide residues that could interfere with the hormonal system, stored in a dark bottle and in a cool place, as these oils are sensitive to light and heat, preferably recently produced, as oils lose potency over time. In conclusion, this simple combination of black sesame oil and Brazil nut oil represents one of the most potent and effective natural solutions for men's intimate health after 60. It is not just a remedy for dysfunction, but a true food that supports masculine vitality in a holistic and natural way. As we say here in Brazil, quem não conhece remédio de mato não sabe o que é bom. Those who don't know herbal remedies don't know what's good. These precious oils have been guarded and passed down through generations. Today, modern science helps us understand why they were so valued. I invite you to try this protocol for at least 14 consecutive days. Give your body time to respond to this potent nourishment and observe the changes. You may be surprised to discover how vital and virile you can still feel, regardless of your age. Mr. Geraldo, a 73-year-old retiree from Florianopolis, sums up the feelings of many of my patients. You know, Dr. Anna, I had already accepted that this part of my life was over. I thought it was normal, the price of aging. After these drops, I realized I was wrong. Life can remain full in all areas, even at 70. I only regret not discovering this sooner. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If this video made sense to you, subscribe to the Jornada da Cura channel. Turn on the notification bell to receive the next videos. Leave your like and comment. I will test the 3 before mixture. In the next video, I will talk about an ancient breathing technique from northeastern fishermen that can increase intimate sensitivity by 47% in just 5 minutes. Don't miss it. I am Dr. Anna, and I'll see you in the next Jornada da Cura video.